When COVID lockdown began, in-person wine tastings stopped. But very quickly, the imaginative people in the wine trade created wine lectures and online tastings. They were so successful, there was a demand to continue. I recently signed up for 3 such events, and this video shows how they work for me. I have attended Zoom events from all 3 of these organisations before, so I'm really confident that they'll be brilliant again. It would be pretty expensive to buy all these 18 bottles, so being able to taste them all in these 3 events is really great value. Right, let's get going with our first event. Here are the 3 pairs of wines to be presented by the respective buyers. And here are the sample pouches as delivered by the postman. Also delivered was a tasting sheet with details of the wine and ready to put your own comments against. The Wine Society uses 100ml pouches rather than bottles. Against their advice, I always take the pouch out of the cardboard box to cut and pour. I think it's a much better way and avoids spillage. Note that I have little cards on the stems of the glasses numbered 1 to 6 to avoid any embarrassing mix-ups. All ready to go. So now we follow the Zoom link from Wine Society and off we go. I now show a few shots of the sessions. They are made available later to play back on YouTube. During the Zoom session, you are able to use the chat and the Q&A facilities. A key benefit of tasting along with the buyers is being able to relate their tasting comments to your own. For example, pencil shavings or farmyard on the nose, does that strike a chord with you? Now we have the second Zoom tasting from the admirable Diana Thompson. Friday before the Monday tasting, the postman delivered 2 sets of 55ml samples, a customised tasting mat, and a tasting sheet. I have located individual bottle images so we can better see the wines. Note that the first and the 6th wine are higher levels because I've emptied both of the sample bottles into the glass. For a pure wine tasting, I think one 55ml bottle is absolutely fine. We ordered 2 in this instance, and that we sort of morph from a wine tasting into a wine dinner and have the remainder of the wines with dinner. I show here a number of images from Diana's excellent presentation. I tend to smell and taste the wines before the presentation starts, and then taste again alongside everyone else. The 2 whites were interesting to compare, and I was very impressed with the reds, which I thought were particularly elegant wines and most enjoyable tasting. Now the last of our Zoom tastings from Dan Farrell-Wright of Wickham Wines, a truly passionate Beaujolais enthusiast. Here the postman delivers 6 100ml glass bottled samples. The wines were particularly impressive: a Beaujolais Blanc, an orange, the 2024 Nouveau, which was excellent, and some serious Gamay wine. The last wine, the Morgon, had a lovely nose with a touch of farmyard. Now time to log in to join Dan and Andy giving an entertaining and informative run through the region and its wine. There is good interaction via the chat and Q&A channels and a jolly vibe in keeping with the fact that it was Nouveau Day. Again, I've located some bottle images to better show the wines and a glimpse of my brief notes on my do-it-yourself tasting sheet. I very much enjoyed the differing styles of all three tastings. I have subsequently bought a couple of the Sangiovese red wines, which I thought were really, really outstanding and great value. Well, that's all from Priscilla and me. Keep swirling, stay curious. Cheers.